Oh, I'm trying to get down here, right? I think I'm a little bit too big.
Patrick, as you saw there, IU getting a little bit of work done on the practice floor. Of course, under the Friday night lights is where you want to make a play that gets your boys talking. As hockey has returned back to Evansville, as you can see behind me, people still coming in here as game does start here about 7:15. Not a good start for the Otters thus far. Already down 2-0 in the first inning, and man, it's like deja vu. Yesterday, like most team sports, having a family atmosphere can be vital for team chemistry. Well, for the UE softball team, they take that concept literally.
Samantha Fleming, and I'm a pitcher for the University of Evansville. And I'm Michaela Fleming, and I play catcher for the University of Evansville.
Now, the Flemings aren't just sisters, they are twins. So there's Sam. Now remember, she's the one in the hat, the pitcher, and of course, older by 8 minutes. Then there's Michaela.
How do I am?
She's in the headband, the catcher, and a bit more intense.
We work best when we're together. We really feed off each other's energy. We help keep each other in check. Well, sometimes there's tension, but most of the time it just works really well.
Despite being here at UE together, that wasn't always a given.
We had already decided before we decided to go to junior college that we were going to not hold each other back, and that if one of us got an offer somewhere else, that we wouldn't hold them back. But it was never something that we wanted, but we just wanted like what was best for each other. And we're just very thankful that we got to come together.
As they mentioned earlier, the duo just don't play together as teammates. They also work together as a pitcher-catcher combination.
We started pitching and catching together when we were like 12. I wasn't a very good pitcher. I started out as a pitcher and I wasn't very good. And Samantha played all the time. So I just figured I would work with her instead of against her, so maybe I could play.
Both admit the most difficult part of this arrangement is making sure what happens on the diamond stays there. And as they both speak glowingly of how they think of the whole team as sisters, they do realize how special sharing the field at this level really is. Brandon Smith, Eyewitness News.
Parkinson is a progressive disease, and there's nothing we're going to do to stop the progression of it at this point.
But here at the downtown YMCA in Evansville, these men are punching back against the disease.
What we're trying to do is to build ourselves up to the point where we're compensating for it. And that's very important to me, to keep me mobile, and to keep me going, and keep me interested, and that kind of thing.
The class is called Rock Steady and is offered 5 times a week to those diagnosed with the disease. And there's no slacking on the workload.
All right, and up.
I also like the instructors because they do work you, and they seem to be sympathyless.
I say, you guys are going to do everything anybody else is doing, so, I say you're not getting special treatment, and they don't want it.
You saw some of the things we were doing, that sit up and hit the bag and sit up and hit the bag, and that's not easy. But he kind of pushes us and forces us to do that, and that's a good thing as far as I'm concerned.
And the class is not only a win-win for the participant, but for the instructor as well.
Just how to stick with something. Hard work in the face of adversity. To be strong and courageous and take it on, and just take it head on and be proactive about it instead of letting it consume you. And they don't just talk about it, they come in here and do it.
It's been a very good thing for me. I think it's kind of stabilized where I am in the disease process. It's maybe even strengthened me in some ways.
And that's exactly the goal of the program. Brandon Smith, Eyewitness News.
The Philly cheesesteak.
I'm at the heart of cheesesteak heaven here in Philadelphia. To my right, we have Geno's Steaks, and to my left, we have Pat's King of Steaks. I talked to people on both sides to see which one they prefer the best. First, we head to Pat's, where we find a group of Notre Dame fans from Boston.
We ordered the extra cheese, steak and cheese, American.
Not bad, not bad. I went a little heavy in cheese, maybe not the healthiest, but I'll be walking around a lot today. Get a little workout in.
Now, aside from the taste, the environment of Pat's is a plus.
Authentic America right here. It's the kind of place that people try to imitate.
Here in Philly, when in Rome, and just being part of the environment. You had a steak and cheese in Philly. You have clam chowder in Boston. Just be a part of that, be part of history.
As for how it ranks with Geno's, well, we'll just have to wait and see.
We're going to double down on a Geno's, see how that goes after a couple beers. And, you know, we're going to do a tour of the steak and cheeses and give our reviews.
Time to cross the street and skew a little younger. That's where members of the North Carolina band are enjoying cheesesteaks.
I got original Philly cheesesteak with provolone cheese and onions.
Steak hoagie. It's the one with lettuce, tomato, and oregano. I felt like I needed to be a little healthier.
And they are real particular about how they like their sandwiches.
Can't go wrong with focusing in on the actual steak part of it, but what I thought was the best was the bread was really good. It was kind of sweet, complemented, the rest of it.
The dough was more chewy, which I really liked. I thought it complemented the sandwich a lot.
As far as which one is better,
We've only been to a few places so far. This is definitely the best cheesesteak I've had.
pretty tough choices there. I'm pretty sure you can't go wrong with either one. In Philadelphia, Brandon Smith, Eyewitness News.
And now, your sports authority with Brandon Smith.
It's always hard to say goodbye, whether it be that last bite of your Chipotle burrito, or in The Bachelor, after telling 2 women he loves them, Ben had to let one go, or in The Walking Dead, when one of your favorites gets off. Well, tonight at Ford Center, another tough goodbye as the Evansville Icemen played their final game as a franchise at Ford Center, as next year they are set to move to Owensboro. Let's head out to Ford Center. Hopefully a happy night for the fans. First period, less than a couple minutes in the game. Oilers goal off a deflection. That's Adam Pleskic, 1-0 early. A few minutes later, rookie Andrew Harrison. How about that? Nice backhand there. Pretty goal there. Ties the game at 1. Then later on, nice little save here by goalie Scott Gresham. Icemen would fall down 3-1, and despite a late push, they would lose their home finale 3-2. Now this time next week, the Aces will be in conference play in the Missouri Valley. So playing well these last few games would only help the Aces build momentum heading into next Friday. Aces against Florida Gulf Coast. Bottom 1, Aces waste no time getting on the board. Last night's hero, Trey Hare, single up the middle, and here comes Stuart Nelson as he comes around to score 1-0 later in the inning as Boomer Sinek. The lefty, the beautiful swing here, beautiful drive to right center field there. Thought it was going to be a home run, not so much. Stays in the park. RBI triple as Hare comes in to score 2-0. That tech on one more in that inning. Top 2, Patrick Snyder's one of his 7 strikeouts. He pitched a complete game 4-hitter as he gave up 1 run and improved to 3-1 as his Aces won Game 1 5-1. They also won Game 2 13-7. Let's move west. Windy afternoon for the USI baseball team as they host Illinois Springfield. First inning screaming. Eagles get down early. Colin Nowak gives up this shot. 2 runs would score. USI down 2-0 early. Second inning, he calms down just a bit as he gets the batter to strike out here. He went 5, he gave up 5, and struck out 5. Bottom 2 now, Cody Montgomery putting USI on the board. 2-run RBI up the middle. 2 guys come in to score. That ties the game at 2. However, USI falls in Game 1, 9-8. They will fall in Game 2 as well, 5-1. To the ladies, USI playing the number 1 and undefeated team UIndy. Scoreless game to the 6th runner on for UIndy, Jesse Nunn. RBI double to left. Makes it 1-0 Greyhounds, but USI clawing back. Bottom 6 runner on for Grace Clark. She takes this one to right. Looks like a little miscommunication there, but nonetheless, Sophie Tate comes in to score 1-1. Top 7, UIndy threatening. Tough play for USI as it's hit the shortstop, Lexi Reese. She can't get it over to third base as a Greyhound runner comes in to score 2-1 going into the bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded, 2 outs for Malia Fawcett. Last chance for USI. She takes this one to right field. Just not enough there as they fall 2-1. But in Game 2, USI breaks their win streak, winning 12-3. And in college basketball action, it's Final Four Saturday, and look at those scores. Not good there. First game, Villanova 95-51 over Oklahoma. That game was ugly. And Syracuse and North Carolina, well, kind of close, but not as good. 83-66, North Carolina takes that one.
Should be a good title game, though. The Nova Wildcats against the Tar Heels.
We hope so.
Hopefully better than these 2 games. Thank you.